What's going on, amazing people? This is your boy Jay Koostix. I'm a singer-songwriter, author, podcaster, musician, producer, a little bit of everything. And this is the Creators Arena podcast. And it's a podcast about helping you get over those mental battles of pursuing your passion and going for your dreams. This podcast gives you that confidence and lets you know you're not alone. This is a club of other creators and dream pursuers going for what we're going through and believing in ourselves and getting that confidence. So if you're someone who's going for your dream and you just want to get over those mental battles that's been holding you back, keep checking out this podcast. I have a book out called Living What You Love. It's about helping you find your purpose in everything you're doing and then stay strong. And I have another book, a journal that's coming out in maybe a week or two, and it's called Divine Self-Belief. And it's about giving you confidence to do what you do by journaling every day and going through those mindset thoughts and learn about who you are so you can be the most confident version. But without further ado, let's get into episode 5 of the Creators Arena podcast. Yeah, let's do it.
Well. Don't let me tell you about this thing called energy. Everybody's got to own it while you can. And you can't let nobody do it who don't grow with your life plans. Cause everybody likes to care as long as you...
Alrighty. Here's episode 5. It's going to be a good one. This one is about how to stay consistent when it comes to posting and just going for your passion in general. Because we're in the age of where if you're not posting, you're not constantly out there, you become irrelevant, right? You become like your fans and everyone stops checking you out. That's this age where you have to post something all day, every day. So this podcast is going to help you create a strategy that works for you so you don't get burned out. And that way you can keep that joy for what you're pursuing. You know, you don't burn out and quit because of these new rules of being out there. I'll show you how to consistently do it the right way and still keep that joy in your life. So the way this podcast works, I give you about 3 to 4 points and I leave you with some advice to take with you. So that way, you can get back to your regular life. You don't have to be staring at your screen all day. I want to get you the information you need to improve your life and let you get back to what you have to do. So let's get started. Alrighty. So the first point when it comes to helping you, the first successful strategy I'll say is to help you when it comes to consistently posting and consistently working on your craft without burnout or without getting overwhelmed is creating a daily plan or a post schedule. What does that mean? I mean, it sounds straightforward, but when it comes to creating a daily plan, that means you're creating a strategy for yourself that's not overwhelming, where every task is an hour and 2 hours. Creating a plan means creating deliberate set time blocks, not a whole lot of time, but time where you think you can stay focused enough to work on it and be productive at it. So if it's a business, set a set time after your full-time job to get in and work on this just for that set focus time where you won't be distracted. If you're a musician, same thing, getting that set time. If you're an artist, chef, photographer, whatever it is, if you have tasks, set up a schedule for yourself so that way you have that structure. Because if you're just doing things every day just randomly, it's hard to really see your improvement. You'll feel busy, but you won't be moving forward. And creating a structured plan actually frees you up because you'll know for this set time I do this, and then you'll realize how much time you have left to do other things. And when it comes to creating a plan for scheduling, what you can do is once or twice a week, create 3 or 4 posts during that scheduled daily block. That way you'll be able to post those throughout the rest of the week. What does that look like? I mean, taking one video concept you've created, song idea, business, or whatever content you want to share with the world, and cutting it up into little chunks of shorts, little chunks of reels, little videos, maybe 5 or 10, and you post those videos, schedule the posting to be posted throughout the week. And there's apps and websites out there now that helps you when it comes to post scheduling, and those apps will even allow you to post at the same time just from that one website to different social media, so you don't have to log into each one to do it. So that'll save you time the rest of the week to just work on your craft and not have to worry about posting. So that's That's the successful strategy number one, is creating a structured plan for yourself that you can stick to every day to where it won't feel overwhelming, but you're doing enough to where it'll keep you coming back the next day when it comes to your craft or when it comes to posting. So that's the first one. All right, now let's move on to successful strategy number two. And this is another good one. And this is one you're going to love. And let me tell you why. Because this one is, make sure you set the task not too long or daunting, but just enough. And take breaks throughout your practice or your work time, your scheduled time for this passion. When I say set the task not too long, let's say for instance, musicians or athletes or anybody who's working on something where they're creating something. If you schedule yourself, let's say 2 hours, but 45 minutes of that you're getting tired, you can't focus, then you set that task too long. But if you narrow it down to where you feel like it's not just like right under, not just enough time, like let's say 30 minutes, and you're like, wait a minute, that's too short. But if for that 30 minutes you're focused, you're going hard, you're deliberate, and you give it your full effort, then that's just enough to where you'll feel like I didn't have enough time, and tomorrow is going to make you come back because it's not going to feel overwhelming. 30 minutes is not going to feel too hard to do because you've successfully done it, focused, and without getting overwhelmed. And that's the same way when it comes to posting. If you're doing reels and things that are 5 to 10 minutes or 20 minutes long and it feels overwhelming and it feels like you're just rambling, shorten your videos and post those. Post those shorter videos, but make sure the value is the same or just as good to where you feel like it's not overwhelming. You can post these type of videos consistently because they're short enough to not make you go crazy, and they're not too long to where you're just rambling and it's starting to annoy you by stay consistent with it. So that's the successful strategy number two. Don't make your videos super long or don't practice longer than you need to. It's okay to practice long if you're focused and deliberate that whole time, but if you're not, shorten your practice, or if you have those long practice, break them down and take a lot more breaks. So that way you have little chunks of time where you're focused and little chunks of time where you're taking breaks. And that will also help you stay consistent. So, and that's going to make it not feel as daunting. It's going to make you keep that joy. So remember that. All right, here's great point number three, or successful strategy number three. This is another awesome one. You need to have 1 day of rest, recovery, appreciation for yourself a week. And that's going to also help you stay consistent. I know you're supposed to, in the beginning, you're supposed to be burning it and going hard every single day and not taking any days off and giving it everything you got and no times off. But I think no matter how hard you work, you need at least 1 day a week to fully recover and make sure that you can continue this thing. Because if you're not healthy, physically, mentally, spiritually, you're not going to get to where you want to go to. You're going to eventually burn off. You're going to eventually hit depression, anxiety, tension, all those things that come with, not giving yourself a break. You need to take 1 day a week to not just take a break, but to appreciate what you did that previous week. When we're in the middle of this grind and pursuing our dreams and going for things, we forget to appreciate what we've done. And if you take a day off to really look back, you'll see what you've accomplished. You'll see how hard you work. You'll see, and you could take that day also to figure out what went wrong and how you can improve. And sometimes just take that day just to do nothing at all, to give your mind, body, spirit a break. Because this is a lifelong journey. This isn't something you're just doing for a few weeks just to make money. If you love what you're doing, you want to find a way to continue to do it. So taking that break once a week will give you that reset you need to make sure that following week you can enjoy it. And if you have full-time jobs, that also warrants you taking 1 day of full break. Because you balancing a job like I am and pursuing this passion, you need that 1 day a week just to fully let go and just relax and recover so you be prepared next week to continue to do what you love to do. So that's bullet point number 3. Make sure you take a break. Even for posting, if you need 1 day off from posting or 2 days, take those breaks from posting so that you don't have that burnout from posting and you just fall off the map and people stop watching your content. All right, this is another great one. That was successful strategy number 3 for staying consistent. And number 4 is have patience. Don't rush the views or sales, and have blinders on so that you're not comparing yourself with others. Let's break that down. Have patience. Most of us, including myself, when we see this lack of views or sales for things we're trying to put out there, we start to feel like, okay, it's time to switch to the new thing. And that's what my generation or us younger generations do. We switch to the new thing when we don't see these sales. But if you ask all these successful people, you will see that a lot of them put in sometimes 5 to 10 years before they even start getting subscribers. They started getting these views, or they put out lots of video and content before they start seeing the return. Yes, some people do get lucky in a short period of time and they start seeing results from their content or their passion projects, but that's just not the norm. And don't let that be your norm. Let that be the exception. Your goal should be to put out quality content no matter who's seeing it. Check your analytics, see what's working, and keep posting those type of videos. And if it's not videos you like to post that are getting the most, all right, make sure you love it. Don't do those. Find something you love and that they love to watch, and that where they intertwines and comes together. Make those, but stay patient. Don't rush the views and clicks, because that's going to not allow you to be here in the long run with all those other people that are successful. Us small channels, us people who are just beginning our passion or just going for it, we have to just enjoy the grind, enjoy the work, enjoy the posting, enjoy putting ourselves out there, and have patience with these views and clicks. If you're posting great content on a consistent basis, those views are going to slowly get better and bigger and larger, and you're going to be surprised in years where you are. So have that patience. So let's hit the second part of this, point number 4, where I said you have to have the blinders on with focus and not compare yourself. That goes with point number 2, because if you lose focus and you see that these other channels or people that are doing similar things that you are getting a lot more views, and you lose both focus and you start trying to just create stuff you don't enjoy, or you lose who you are in the process and get overwhelmed and start comparing, and the things you're posting might start getting views and you don't even like it, and it just becomes something you don't even enjoy anymore because you're starting to focus on comparing yourself to what other people are doing instead of staying with what you enjoy. Then you'll lose it. This whole thing, you'll stop. You won't be here a few years from now. So you have to put those blinders on, stay focused. It's okay to watch what other people are doing so that you can, learn from them and apply it in your own way to what you're doing to help you. If you're doing that, that's okay. But if you're comparing to what they're doing and you just keep switching to what somebody else, whatever is new, and you're not staying consistent, creating a niche for yourself, then you won't stay consistent and people won't even stay there with you to support you. So have that patience, keep going, and put those blinders on and stay focused and keep putting that work out there. So there you have, that was 4 great strategies to help you stay consistent when it comes to your passion and when it comes to just posting on social media. I'll run through them really quick just one more time. The first one was create a daily plan or a post schedule, so that way you have that structure and you won't feel like you're just randomly doing things and you're not getting anywhere. Number 2 was make sure each task isn't set too long, and if they are long, take breaks to break it down, so that way it feels like you're not doing a whole lot at one time to where tomorrow you won't feel like coming back to it. But if you make it short enough to where you feel like you could do a little bit more than the time you set, then that'll help you stay with it. So don't set the task too long. Number 3, take 1 recovery day a week and appreciation day a week to reflect, to have gratitude for where you are, to appreciate what you're doing, and to just give your mind, body, and spirit a break. And number 4 is have patience, stay consistent, don't rush, and keep those blinders on and stay focused on what you're doing and what you love to do, and consistently put that content out there. So that was those 4 points. I think this is powerful, and it's going to help you Stay consistent. Come back to this when you starting to feel overwhelmed and feel like you just can't stay consistent. It's just getting too overwhelming. That means you need to dial it back and use these strategies to help you reset so you can stay consistent. And now I'm going to leave you with just my final parting advice that I leave at the end of each podcast. And this one is, I want you to focus on consistency over perfection while you're building whatever it is you're building, your brand, music, business, artwork, whatever it is. Focus on consistency over perfection. I know we want to get that perfect video out there. We want to get that perfect product. We want to represent ourselves perfectly. We don't want anyone to see the mistakes. We want to wait to put it out there until it's perfect. But if you do that, you're going to get so far behind in this moving world. Focus on putting the best work you can out there right now, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And just stay consistently doing that, and it's going to eventually get to that level of perfect with each iteration where you're learning from the last thing you did or post or whatever product or thing. You keep learning. Put your best thing out there, what it is now, learn from it, and put the next best thing out. And that's the same with posting and videos. Consistency over perfection and quality over quantity, and keep going. And quality over quantity doesn't mean you wait till every single freaking detail is super perfect before you put it out there. Quality means just valuable things that actually help people and that you feel good about. So, I have other podcasts. I have lots of products. I have books out there on Amazon. JAYKOOSTIX, J Koostix. Live in What You Love. My other book, Divine Self-Belief, should be out soon. It might be out by the time you see this. Follow the Creators Arena brand on all social media. Go to creatorsarena.com. I have free resources that help you build that mental aspect, that confidence, that plans, those different plans you'll need. They're all on my website. And you can follow J Koostix, my music. If you love some soulful songwriting, follow me on all socials and wherever you listen to your music. But this has been a great podcast, the Creators Arena podcast, episode number 5. Y'all have a blessed one.
Well. Don't let me tell you about this thing called energy. Everybody's got to own it while you can. And you can't let nobody